I guess I should get started here. And that's not what I wanted.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new, updated, grounded speedrun tutorial. This is going to be the fourth one that I've made. Hopefully it's the last. But, you know, after I make my tutorials, there's always brand new stuff that's being found. And compared to the last tutorial, there's a lot of new stuff, so we gotta go through the game again. Now, before we actually get into the game, there's some things I have to talk about beforehand. Those things are... God, what are they? You know, what separates grounded from the other difficulties and what the fastest version is to run. What I'll talk about first is the fastest version. So, when running remastered, you don't want to run this on PS3, you want to run remastered. There's 4 different ways to run it. You can run it on PlayStation 4 unpatched, PlayStation 4 latest patched, PlayStation 5 unpatched, and PlayStation 5 latest patch. Those are the 4 different versions to run. For all the easy mode categories, PlayStation 4 latest patch is the fastest, but for grounded, the fastest version is PlayStation 5 unpatched. That is the fastest version. There are a lot of different reasons why. It's a combination of the 2 things. Unpatched, because it deals with better, it gives you better AI. After a certain patch, I think it was 1.07, it messed up the AI. So, and not for the better.
I'm gonna get started because I already know everything about this. He's basically just talking about, like, what's the differences between the other difficulties versus grounded, and then just, stuff I already know.
It's very dumb. Part 2 doesn't do that. They did.
Alright. I can't see it, damn it. But, whatever.
Better for that. But, yeah, for this game,
No.
it's long and tedious. So we're gonna be,
And then the cutscenes are like the starts once we skip the first cutscene. Alright. Save game 4 is my grounded new game file. I can remember that, it's easy to remember. And then for my other speedrun files, I can just make those off the top of my head. It won't be as hard to remember, cause save game 1 is my easy new game plus file. I don't have any easy new game files for any % or glitches. I need to, but we'll do that after, before I just think about my other plans coming up. But yeah, we're starting off for grounded. And it's saved, so I don't need to save it again.
I'm doing 2 files. And loading and saving as we go. Okay. Then the timer would normally start as soon as you, oh. Hello, I'm back. That's funny, if I hit spacebar, it, turn my webcam back on. That's funny.
Hello? Sarah, honey, I need...
Nothing really going on here.
Uncle Tommy? Hello?
I'll start talking about the run a little bit more as when we get to the car riding.
What was that all?
All you can do is just
You
like
want to press these triangle prompts like as you're like right in front of them.
Daddy?
Alright, we're moving.
Sometimes right there you can get a little glide down the stairs. I don't know why that happens. I think it coincides with the timing of the explosion.
almost like they practice stuff.
Right, we're moving now.
Alright, I'm kinda knowing why I have my timer on the screen.
Anyway.
Are you okay?
What else about this run? We talked about versions. We talked about
Is anyone come in here?
damage you're given.
No.
There we go.
We talked about
Don't go near the door.
supplies.
Stand
And I
back
can
there.
hear, so I don't need subtitles.
Because you're kind of freaking
Or
me out.
captions.
Okay.
What's
Here's
going
one thing.
on?
Damage dropped,
Somebody ride with him.
ammo dropped by enemies. Enemies will only drop ammo on grounded if you're under a certain amount for the gun that you have. Also, throughout the game, certain enemies in certain areas.
Jimmy, I am warning you.
Okay, certain enemies in certain areas will only drop ammo for specific guns. Looking ahead, financial, I recall they only drop rifle and pistol ammo. In the sewers, they only drop revolver and pistol, and the shorty if you picked it up, but we don't pick it up until the end. In university, they only
You have
drop
any idea what's
shotgun
going on out there?
and revolver. It's kind of
You got blood all over you. Let's just get out of here.
kind of weird how that works, and that's really just discovered through doing as many runs as I've done in my life.
You gonna tell me what happened? Later.
What else? Oh, yeah.
Hey, Sam. Hey,
Those
hold on.
enemies will only drop ammo on grounded if you're under a certain amount.
Can you hear us on the radio?
So,
Yeah, sure thing.
the rifle,
Thanks.
to my knowledge, they'll never drop ammo if you're at 1. This is playing as Joel. It's a little different when you're playing as Ellie, but when you're playing as
His
Joel,
name wouldn't shut up. He said, where to go? He said, Army's put up roadblocks on the highway.
he'll only drop rifle ammo if you're at 0.
Get the hell out.
With
Take 70.
Yeah.
they will only drop ammo if you are at 2 or less. If you have 3, you will never, ever get a drop from an enemy. With pistol, you have to be at 3 or less. If you have 4, you'll never get a drop. Now, it's also weird, I don't know if this is confirmed, there's no way to confirm this, but I've noticed you get more ammo dropped when you have a little versus when you have none. I can't tell you how many times I've done Billstown. Oh, and the shotgun is the same as the revolver. You have to be at 2 or less.
Some bitch made it out.
I've noticed more shotgun drops in Billstown, throughout Billstown, when you're at 1 or 2. When I'm at 0, the game's just like, LOL, tough shit, bro.
Jimmy live in your city?
I ain't got any ammo to spare. You'd think it'd be the opposite. But I swear I've done enough runs to know when you're at 0, the game just doesn't supply you with any.
See what they need.
It could just be coincidence over the course of however
You
long
got a
I've been
kid,
doing
Joel.
this.
So do
But
we.
we have room.
Keep driving, Tom.
I skipped like to the beginning, or like the first few minutes of the video.
Also, throughout this run, we will be picking up parts and supplements. The parts, we only upgrade Joel's guns in the dam, and we need 75 parts for that. And we pick up 75 so we don't lose time anywhere. And supplements, we pick up 50. Enough supplements
75.
to total up to 50. And we upgrade that in the elevator shaft in the hotel, and we upgrade weapon sway. I'm sure some of you are like, oh, but if you're good enough, you can live without the weapon sway, right? Difficult is grounded. You know, you want to be able to get your shots off, right? I've tried doing financial district with nail-on throw without any upgraded weapon sway, and it's just a nightmare. Believe me, the rest of the game, from like hotel onward, is without upgraded weapon sway. You gotta trust me. So yeah, we upgrade, and with the parts we upgrade, Joel's rifles, we do that in the game.
Back up there! They're behind me too! Hold on! Go!
We have 75 parts for the right holster in the dam, 50 supplements for weapon sway in the hotel. There's also the
You have to
damage
practice some
given to
areas.
you by enemies.
Hey,
Let's see. According to like the Last of Us wiki,
I'm just gonna do the yellow strats because I want to follow along with everything that goes on here.
damage compared to like normal mode, I think. All I know is 2 pistol bullets from me will leave you with like barely any health. 1 rifle bullet will leave you with barely any health. I think 2 revolver bullets is enough to kill you. Shotgun or shorty will be enough to kill you. And El Diablo, I think, it does Tommy to push us, because Tommy will run faster when he's in front of us. So you just need to memorize the spots on the ground.
Hold on tight.
Hopefully they can cooperate enough.
I'm gonna let Ant do all the explaining.
Sure.
I'll let be quiet.
Push us and then go around.
Well, I wasn't able to.
Stop and then start again to do that.
Because you missed it. I got
Also,
blocked.
if
Keep running.
human.
Looking at me, baby.
Okay, so what happened right there? If there's an NPC running in front of you when you turn that corner, a runner is going to jump out of that window and attack that person. If that happens, Tommy is going to look behind him and lose 2 seconds just by looking. And that's just random. You don't have any control over that. What happened right there, you have no control over. If, for whatever reason, you turn that corner and there's nobody in front of you, then, yeah, you're good to go. Tommy will show up around the time you hit that car right there. Yeah, you gotta keep going. Try and run to the right or left with people.
We're gonna get out of this.
They will block you. So right about here, Tommy will show up and then push you the last stretch. There he is. Just try and remember, like, the lines, the invisible lines in the ground that he's going to run.
Too many of them. This way. Through the alley.
Just come over here. Also, QTE prompts are disabled and grounded, so you need to know what buttons to press. For this, it's square.
He's
You'll
dead.
also see me hit random buttons as
Damn
we
it.
go.
We're almost there.
Okay, now
We're
right
almost
there,
there.
I forgot to mention that.
They're getting through the fence. Keep going. Find your way out of
To the
here.
left
Come
here,
on.
because Tommy has
Joel.
most of the time he'll run to the right there. Now, when Tommy shot that runner off of me, I was running down the alley further, but I turned the camera to the right to look at him. If you just run down the alley and just ignore the camera placement, Tommy will, like, really, really lag behind you and lose a good amount of time. One run, he completely despawned because I got so far ahead of him and I just wasn't looking at him. And I died as a result. You get some really weird results. So when you're moving there, like, he's dead, you gotta run forward and turn the camera to the right. And then after he started moving, you can turn it back and make sure you're still in front of him.
Get to the highway. Go. You got Sarah.
And as
I
you know, we
cannot
skip
run him.
cutscenes on the
We'll
speed
meet
run.
you there. Hurry.
Now, throughout this run as well, we're going to be restarting encounter in certain spots to speed things up. This run is timed with a normal timer, so everything counts. Other runs, like Part 2, are timed with the in-game timer. So you can manipulate it here. Now, if you restart encounter and get a long loading screen, it all still counts.
The remake doesn't
Memorize
count.
what those spots in the ground are for, and so right here, right there, is when a cutscene starts. You need to anticipate it. Now, at certain points, we also do restart encounters. Now, those restart encounters have different positive effects throughout the run. Some move companions closer to you. Some of them skip dialogue. Some of them move you further. Some of it skips in-game cinematics. And some of the restart encounters are done right after a cutscene. And some of them are legitimately like skip cutscene and then restart encounter. Some of them are right like that. Some of them you have to like wait a second, otherwise it doesn't take. It's kind of weird. And this is one of those spots here. For this specific restart encounter after this cutscene skip, you need to wait like a second. So it looks like this. Okay. And we're out here. It skipped the camera panning down to Joel and Tess leaving the building. Now, if I had done that restart encounter as soon as I skipped the cutscene, it wouldn't have worked. It's just something you need to memorize. Alright, the only strat to do here is follow close behind her without bumping into her. That's what I always do when pointing the camera down. I'm always looking at her feet. In areas as slow as this is the kind of stuff you need to pay attention to. Also, again, you'll see me hit certain buttons throughout the run. They're not that
Look at that.
important.
Rationally,
People are always like, why do you spam the flashlight off and on all the time? It's just...
Something we do.
It's just It's just something I do while I'm walking. Actually, here, I don't even think you need to hold the sprint. No, you don't. Oh, that's a good point, yeah. And in a couple instances, not many, but a couple instances, some restart encounters save about the same amount of time as just continuing normally, but they get rid of the chance of the game crashing. In the one area coming up, I do that.
Alright. Drive on through.
Just crossing the visible line. Alright, this point right here is going to introduce us to quick turning, which we actually do use in like 3 or 4 spots throughout the run.
Day off.
But here, you can't move unless you satisfy the game and do that quick turn, which is just back and end. Right here. Spring forward. Now it's a little bit faster to cut the corner here and go to the right of this cone. As a result, it's pretty funny. Tess will like glitch to opening the door here.
So much for the easy route.
Now, this one's kind of annoying. Tess gives you a med kit, but you have to use it. And that, the way you use it is like, once the prompt for X shows up, you just go X up R1. You just do that very quickly.
Alright.
There'll be like a sound effect for like the tutorial for using the med kit, and when that comes.
Oh yeah, so Ant uses L1 R1, I use L2 R2 for my runs. I just want y'all to know if he says L1 R1, then he's using different controls than I am. Just letting y'all know. And you're like, wait, why is he using L1 R1? It's just different controls compared to the controls I use. Which is the default, which I like the default. I do better with the default than I do with the second one. L2 R2 feels so much better for me. I tried doing L1 R1 before and then I can't do it. I just can't. But
It like fades away. You'll see hit X to continue. You hit X up R1 back to back to back. Now you cannot move until you use the medkit. Not like when you start using the medkit. Tess will start moving when you start using the medkit, but you cannot move until the medkit is used, which is kind of inconvenient. I would have liked to get through slums or cargo without it, but nope, you have to use it here.
Outside the wall.
And what else here? Let me think.
Cute. Hey,
I
Tess.
think that's it.
See that shit?
You want to make sure you don't
How's the east
like
tunnel looking?
Yeah, it's clear. I just
stutter
used
your
it.
fingers a little
No
when you
controls.
start healing,
Where
because
you
once you
are?
start
Gonna
healing,
pay Robert a visit?
you can't
You
let
too?
go of R1 or else it's going to mess up Tess's movements and then you can't nail the potential next trick.
What do the fireflies need?
Which I guess I should talk about here because I won't have time to stop.
Tell her.
Truth.
So
I got no
there's
idea
like
where he's hiding.
Tess and Joel are going to walk down this hallway and the third guy is going to join
Military's
us.
gonna be out in force soon.
Yeah,
Now
see
you
around.
want to get to this guy's left and then get in front of him and then, well, just getting in front of him is good enough, but sometimes he can like launch you down the hallway when
What do you
Tess
make
and him
of
are
that?
done talking.
I don't like it. You better find him before the fire.
But the process of getting around him to his left is cutting the corner to the right and then moving like up left or left up, you know, like don't just move left and then up, he'll get too far ahead of you. It's just kind of like, well, you can see my inputs. So you round the corner and then it's like, it's a little bit like that. I won't have a chance to show it off again. That's why I'm doing it from here. If you do mess up the timing for healing, Tess will slow down and the guy in the hallway will actually walk backwards right away. So what you want to do is get around to his left and then you'll always be in front of him. It's a good strat if you're struggling getting in front of him. Yeah, it all looks like this. And there's X. Normally I would hit it right away, but watch my fingers. Just like that. X up R1. Now if I were to let go of R1, he would have to do it all over again. Make sure you round your corners properly. Now because the healing was good, I'm gonna run right towards the right corner here. Now when I turn the corner, I'm gonna walk forward, but close out of your way. But I couldn't. Okay, that was like the worst thing that could have happened. What's funny about that is if that happens, and you want to quit the run and do it again, that guy is going to walk the same way again. That guy's walking pattern is determined when you turn the game on. It's so, of all the things to work like that in this game, it's that guy, which I refer to as hallway fuckface for that very reason. I tried to get around him, I couldn't. I didn't do anything wrong. He just had a walking pattern given to him where it was impossible for me to get around him. So if you want to restart the run because of that, and I definitely would, you have to close the game and then open it again to get a different walking pattern from him. Super weird. Super duper weird. Because that didn't work, I want to bring up a video. I don't have volume turned on, but I will show you what it can look like.
Oh.
Wait a second, it's around here somewhere. There you are.
skip just forward into it.
Come on.
Not because I hit. However, you can't see. So when you hit triangle prompts on certain things and doors, you don't want anything in your hands.
Come on.
Be careful.
Another thing you'll see me do is swap to a different weapon as I'm approaching another triangle prompt, just so I'll hit triangle.
Where's the ladder?
You
It's
can
gotta be around here somewhere.
tutorial that fully displayed on the...
Got it.
Great, bring it over.
Sorry about if I'm skipping so much, I just wanna... There's some stuff in there I already know. I just need to find the stuff I actually need to work on.
Lady, you must be thinking of someone. Down through here. You think Robert's still got our guns?
Nice test.
He better.
Once we get our merchandise back, it should be easy to unload.
Well, speaking of merchandise, when's that next shipment?
Hold up. Forward.
Alright, now as for specific movement, I like to let go of sprint as I'm falling off there.
Keep your eyes and ears open.
Do that again.
Should be able to fit through here.
Yes. That's the dialogue.
You
As soon
okay?
as he leaves,
Damn
it'll make me
ceiling's
start
falling
jogging
apart. Be
down right
careful.
here.
This way.
Yeah, on every other difficulty, there's a pistol bullet in...
Watch it, watch it.
On the other difficulties, it drops 2. On grounded, it drops 1, which is gonna last us.
Now on every other difficulty, this gun drops 2, but on grounded it drops 1, and this will give us 5. And make sure you reload it right away.
You hear that?
Okay, I don't need a save or do something with the save file here. And that's something I also did mention just in case the flavor and normally right here, it would give you a prompt to use R2 for listen mode. By the way, I use L1, R1. Some people use, I feel like most people use L2, R2. I use L1, R1. So, whatever button you use, that's fine with me. But, yeah. When you hit this point right here, the game on easy, normal, and hard, the game will freeze and be like, hold R2 to use listen mode. On grounded mode, listen mode is disabled. Survivor as well, but this is grounded. So yeah, there's no prompt for that. So
Loading screens, if they would not take so long, I could actually get into this.
This way.
Thank you. God,
Easy.
why is that loading screen take almost about 4 minutes just to load in, dude? That's like a 3-minute loading screen.
My mask broke. Come back.
Up ahead. You hear that?
it's right here. It'll just happen right away. I'm gonna need the rest of it. Alright, I'm just gonna do this once and then let's show it back. One thing I do want to mention, if you restart encounter this
Oh.
right here,
should have hit him. Boom. Do I just need to fire or right away, or I need to wait a couple seconds before firing? And then that. Now that would have been good, but no. See, this is what I used to do. I used to go, this is what I would used to do all the time. I would go over here. I mean, you can also do that, but I realized it's faster to go over to the left. And you can time your shots better. Finally. This area is going the way I wanted it to. See?
And then you got. Now, why is using 3 pistol bullets there? Like, oh, if you just killed the last guy with your fists. Wait, hold on. I want to do that again. If you just killed the last enemy with your fist, you would save a bullet. Well, it turns out, ending this fight with 2 bullets prepares us for consistent ammo drops in the next encounter in the slums. It's all planned ahead of time. Here, I can show it off again. Oh, shoulder swap. Punch. Here, I can show it off again.
This, and you would shoulder swap.
Swap.
Then boom. Punch.
Punch.
And then boom. Oh my god, dude, this loading screen is tremendous. Like, oh my god. I can't stand loading screens, dude. And I know this is for unpatched and it's faster, but God, trust me. If you want to learn grounded this way, it's be the best. Wait. It just ate my ammo. The game just took away my ammo. The game is really gonna play me like that.